What's up guys, this is Tarek here. Racing on Zwift is a great way to get in shape and have fun at the same time. I have been participating in weekly races for the past 6 weeks or so and have picked up a few tips and tricks that I would like to share with you, especially if you are new to Zwift racing. I think these tips will help you become more competitive and enhance your racing experience, and by the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how these tips helped me not just win my last race, but win it by having the lowest watts per kilo than the top 10 in my category. Basically, I worked not as hard as everyone else. So you want to stick around for that. And if you find this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you quickly hit that like button. It helps the video and the channel quite a bit, and I really appreciate it. Okay, before you hit the start line, it is important to properly warm up. Do not underestimate the power of warm up. Warming up before a race can help you perform at your best by increasing your heart rate, blood flow to your cycling muscles, and get them ready for hard efforts. So give yourself 20 to 30 minutes to get a good warm up. Personally, I like to get some caffeine in me first, then pick a very easy pace group ride and ride with them for about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll throw in a few short hard efforts in there as well, just to get my heart rate up a little bit. How you start your Zwift race can mean the difference between podium finish or missing out and possibly being all alone in a race and being miserable. You want to start the race strong to position yourself. Zwift races usually start hard, so about 10 or so seconds before the race starts, I start to slowly ramp up my power. Then just 2 to 3 seconds before the race starts, I go hard, not sprinting type effort, but enough to quickly ramp up my speed and do what it takes to keep me with the front group. You also do not want to push too hard and leave everyone behind you. It is important to position yourself here and keep yourself with the pack. If you are going for a podium finish, make sure to position yourself with the front pack. After 30 seconds or so, you will find the group to start to settle in at more manageable pace. This takes us to the next point, and that is drafting. Drafting in Zwift is a feature that allows riders to save energy by riding behind other cyclists. Similar to when riding with other riders outside, in Zwift, when you draft behind another rider, you can reduce the wind resistance you experience, which can help you maintain a higher speed with less effort. So in a race, positioning yourself somewhere in the middle or back of the pack will help you conserve a lot of energy. It takes a good amount of concentration and practice to stay in the group, and you just have to pay very close attention to what's going on around you. Also, depending on the course, the pack can break up on rollers or climbs, and those are generally the spots where stronger riders can try to make some surges to separate themselves from the rest of the group. So keep your eyes on the pack so they do not suddenly make a move and leave you behind. Once you miss the pack, it will be very hard to catch up. Let's talk about PowerUps. In Zwift, PowerUps are a unique feature that allows riders to temporarily boost their performance during a ride. These power-ups can give you an edge over other riders in a race, but it is important to use them at the right time and place. To learn about power-ups, check the race detail page and understand which power-ups are available for that specific race, and make a plan for when to use them. There are about 7 power-ups in Zwift with different effects and duration. For example, the feather power-up reduces your body weight by 10% for 15 seconds, making it useful for climbing hills. Other power-ups, such as the anvil power-up, make you heavier to help you descend faster. Each power-up lasts for a different duration, with some lasting for 10 seconds and others for 30 seconds. Therefore, it is important to understand the effect and duration of each power-up and know how to use them effectively. During a race, you generally get one chance to use a power-up. Once you activate it, you will not be able to use it again. However, you can trash a power-up if you do not like it and want to have a chance to get another one. To do this, use the companion app and look for the trash icon, or bring up the in-game action bar by clicking the lower middle portion of the screen on a Mac or a PC, or sliding up on a phone or a tablet. On an Apple TV, you can bring up the action bar by sliding up on the trackpad or pressing the arrow up button. The final point I want to talk about here is knowing your race course. Reconning a race course before Zwift race is important because it allows you to familiarize yourself with the course, identify key sections where surges might happen or where you can make a move, and plan for power-ups and plan when to use them for your advantage. I find the best way to recon a course is by watching previous race replays, which you can find on YouTube or Twitch. Also, you can look up the profile of a lot of these courses on Zwift Insider. Okay, let's go over my last race, which I did last Friday. The race was part of the Zwift monthly Z Racing series. It was stage 2 of the Flat is Fast and took place on the Richmond Fan Flat course. To prepare for the race, I followed my usual warm-up routine and joined an easy-paced group for about 22 minutes. As the start of the race approached, I began to increase my power and was ready to go as soon as the clock hit 0. My strategy was to stay somewhere in the middle of the pack, rather than trying to lead the group. As you see, everyone settled into a more manageable pace within 20 seconds or so. Within 30 seconds or so, I got the burrito power up, which basically prevents others from drafting off of you for about 10 seconds. I did not want the burrito, so I trashed it. I made a conscious effort to stay somewhere in the middle or back of the pack. I don't think I took the lead once this whole race, and this allowed me to just sit down and enjoy the draft of the group. Later on, I received the burrito power up again, and again, I trashed it. I noticed many riders here were using their power-ups, which I thought was a waste, so I stuck to my plan and kept on pedaling. A little over 14 minutes into the race, I got the steamroller. The steamroller power-up decreases the rolling resistance on any surface to match rolling resistance on a smooth pavement. So if you are on cobblestone, sand, or brick road, it will make it like you are riding on smooth asphalt, so you should gain speed for those 30 seconds. And because I did my homework and studied the course, I knew the last section of the race was going to be brick road, so I knew this power-up will come in handy and give me an advantage there, so I kept it. So I just kept on pedaling, keeping my eyes on the group and just taking in all the drafting I can get. With half a mile to go, that's when things started to happen. I saw one rider using the steamroller power-up. I did not panic here, but that was an indication that that rider was making a move, so I started making my move. Another rider used the invisibility power-up because that rider just appeared out of nowhere and was sprinting. The invisibility power-up is another event-specific power-up that makes a rider invisible for 10 seconds. So I knew I needed to start putting some serious effort here to catch up with them. As you see, I haven't used my power-up yet. We still have half a mile to go. Instead, I started to dig into all the energy I had been saving for the past 28 minutes and try to stay with these two riders who I have a good feeling that they probably planned this whole attack together. Immediately after I made the final U-turn going 31 miles per hour, I activated my steamroller power-up, and along with pushing really hard, I left them all in the dust and came in first. Looking at the results, I had an average of 2.5 watts per kilo, which was my lowest average power in any Zwift race by a decent margin. And that was even the lowest among the top 10 finishers. You will have to go all the way down 12 positions to find 2.5 average watts per kilo. So in summary, that race was a good example of how proper preparation and strategy can lead to success. Before the race, I made sure to familiarize myself with the course and particularly the finish area. I focused on drafting and conserving my energy by staying in the middle to back of the pack. I also made sure to use my power-up strategically, discarding the ones that did not align with my plan and saving the steamroller power-up for the perfect moment. I believe all of these factors combined allowed me to come in first place in the race. So if you want to improve your Zwift racing, remember the importance of reconning the course, drafting, and using power-up strategically. Are there any tips or tricks you use to improve your race performance? I want to hear from you. Let's chat in the comment. I hope you find this video helpful. Remember to hit that like button, and if you are still watching and have not subscribed yet, then you know what to do. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.